Example 4, finding the y and x-intercepts of a polynomial in factored form. We want to find the y and x-intercepts of g of x, which is equal to x minus 2 squared times 2x plus 3. Now in step number 1, to find the y-intercepts, it can be found by evaluating g of 0, which means we're going to let the input x equal 0. So here's our function, and we're replacing x to be 0. So we're finding g of 0. So that means x now becomes 0. And then we're going to follow order of operations. Well, 0 minus 2 is negative 2. When we square it, it gives us 4. 2 times 0 is 0 plus 3 gives you 3. So g of 0 is equal to 12. So the y-intercept is 0, 12, where x is the input is 0 and the output is 12. Okay, now we need to find the x-intercepts, which can be found by solving this function and setting it to equal to 0. So here we have our function, it's set equal to 0. Now, as opposed to some other examples that we've done so far in this section, this is already in factored form. So what that means is we have x minus 2 squared, which is the same thing as x minus 2 times x minus 2, times 2x plus 3, which is equal to 0. Now x minus 2 and x minus 2 is the same thing as saying x minus 2 is equal to 0. So that means we have one solution, or one x-intercept, where x is equal to 2. And over here, we have 2x plus 3 if we subtract 3 to both sides and divide that by 2. So therefore, x is equal to negative 3 over 2. So now we have our x-intercepts. And our x-intercepts are 2, 0 and negative 3 over 2, 0. Now, let's take a look at what this graph would look like. So we could always check that our answers are reasonable by using a graphing calculator or Desmos, okay, to graph the polynomial as shown in figure 5. So you can see here that we have our x-intercepts at negative 1.50, which is the negative 3 over 2, 0. We have 2, 0, and we have 0, 12. So if we graph this on Desmos or graphing calculator, then we're able to locate where the x and y intercepts are located on the graph.